we are at Hansa Park, probably the last busy day of the 2022 season and also the last day of operations today at this park. There are a couple of major coasters here, including Karnan, the Gerstlauer Infinity Mega Coaster that many people consider one of the best in the world, which I'm looking forward to getting onto. There's not too many rides here. There is a Schwarzkopf as well as another Gerstlauer launch coaster. Fruit von Novgorod, if I get the name right. I'm sure I'll try to correct myself once I get inside. Lots of great rides. We've got a full day. It's the last day, like I said, of operations. They're open till 9 p.m. for Illuminations event, so there's a lot to take in. We have a lot of time here. We've got 9 hours. So let's get inside. It is so foggy here today from the lake effect just next door to us that you can't even see any of the attractions inside. So it's going to be a little bit of a surprise entry as far as what this park actually entails. The atmosphere is quite extraordinary with this fog. There is Nessie, the Schwarzkopf looping coaster. Debuted at the park in 1980. We're gonna wander to the back since we have a long visit to the park today and it's just an hour after park open. Just getting my first view of Karnan, and I must say I already have goosebumps. Just the immensity of this structure is unbelievable. There's so many unique elements to this Gerstlauer that brings people from all over the world to ride it. It's massive. It's perfectly themed, or at least from what I know already from just observing it now. And it's already on a 70-minute wait. My feelings exactly. Last day of the season, what can you expect? Relatively well themed. Crazy Mine was pretty decent. It reminded me of Rattlesnake back at Drayton Manor in a way. Similar sort of theming, but animatronics there in the middle of the ride. It's not a very big park, that's for sure. So that being said, there are single rider queues, so I'll probably be able to manage this somewhat well. We'll see. Now the biggest challenge here is being, you know, someone who sticks out in the middle of a park, let alone not having my GoPro on me. So yeah, it's not without its challenges, I will say, and I'm just gonna keep it at that.
Nein, jetzt ist es spät. Was gehört? Nein, hat
Nein, das ist wieder.
Ja.
Naja, das ist ja sehr alleine zurechtkommen.
Hilfe, ja.
Just finished my first ride on Karnan, and other than the guy beside me smacking me in the face with his hands in the air, fantastic ride. One of those things I need to mention is that I generally don't put my hands in the air. I find it a bit goofy, but that's just me. Especially for people that like keep their hands in the air during the lift hills and stuff like that. It does not make any sense to me, but that is besides the point. What a fantastic ride. I'm gonna probably give a better assessment of it after I do my second ride on it later on, but for now we're going to go into the rest of the park and get on the other Gerstlauer that's here, and then move on to other attractions here at Hansa Park. just finished a ride on Nessie, the park's looping Schwarzkopf model. One single loop, a quick spin around, no check on restraints, which was very weird. They just lock down and then they send you off. So this park is definitely good at getting trains through for the rides that they can. Karnan is a little bit more limited because of that backwards drop and the main lift hills. So yeah, solid ride, definitely enjoyed it. Yeah, it was very fast. Like the course is not that much to really say other than it's somewhat custom, or it's custom design, but it's one loop and then a double helix and then you're kind of done. So yeah, very quick, no frills kind of ride. Definitely a cool station to it too, but yeah, I'm glad I got on it. Definitely not one of the most incredible Schwarzkopfs out there because it was lacking in force for my perspective. But for a ride that's 42 years old, it's still relatively well appreciated at this park. And it only took 15 minutes to get onto it, so not a bad little situation as far as that is concerned. The park's mine train is like the longest wait in the park, which is kind of crazy. So I'm gonna go and actually do Flute de Novgorod. Sorry if I'm not getting that right. While getting something to eat as well. So I'm just gonna have a little bite in the line to make time a bit more efficient at the park today. There's a lot of comments I need to make. I'm gonna really cover it at the end of the vlog as far as the style of this park and the vibe and everything. It's very nice. It feels worn in for sure. As a lot of the theming and everything kind of, you know, is very authentic feeling because it's kind of, yeah, older and really on point as far as like regionality is concerned, if that makes any sense. It just feels a part of its region, almost like they plopped a park right in the middle of an old medieval town, if that makes any sense. All right, let's carry on at Hansa Park. just finished a ride on Flug de Novgorod. I'm definitely not going to get that. The Flight of Novgorod, something like that. Anyhow, fantastic ride. Gerstlauer Eurofighter with a Eurofighter with a 62 mile per hour launch in 1.4 seconds in the dark. So it does like a dip and then launches you into that, or it takes you to the launch track, and then you shoot out of that building, do those two double helixes or the bow tie element, and then go back into that main building structure to do a vertical lift into another dive, drop, and an inversion. And all that section in the dark was quite fantastic because you had no idea where you're going. Some pretty decent effects. An interesting little station building as well.
Ja, weiß ich.
Just finished a ride on Highlander, the park's gyro drop tower with a tilt to add to boot. Woo, that was so high. Great views of the surrounding area for sure, right at sunset. Even though it's not really much of a sunny day by any stretch of imagination, you can see it in the background and really get a good scope of the size of the park. I was freaking out with like how full the parking lot was when I got here, and then you get up there and you realize it's really tiny, and this is a small park. So, you know, I'm gonna make some adjustments to my original assessment there about, you know, this park not being too friendly to enthusiasts, but I think it's just an aspect of the fact that they're just sort of awestruck or overwhelmed by anyone that comes from anywhere in the world just to visit this small, more family-run park that happens to have 3 or 4 world-class rides in it. There's a jungle gym here. It's a walkthrough. I gotta do it. Why not? The thing about Deutschland is that, as you've noticed, there's no netting, there's no real like structural or safety harnesses or anything for like things like this. It is just as you were, including like this climbing gym up here, which is definitely closed, but you can certainly have fun on these things. It reminds me of the jungle gyms of my childhood. We're just gonna take this bridge across, and then we're gonna go across the other bridge because I gotta go to the washroom before I get on Karnan. This one also takes you, mind the shake, straight to the entrance of Karnan, so we can have a look to see what the wait is like. And it's the exact same as it has been before. So we're definitely gonna go on that. Free climbing gym though. That's all right. Shoot 'em up, shoot 'em up, shoot 'em up. They love cowboys in this park for sure. Mini canoes, that's kind of cool. Unfortunately, too small for me. Woo. rickety. Alright, that's enough of that fun there. Oh, there's another bridge. Well, we've done the two. Why don't we do the last one, right? Especially since you got to go inside this tree to get up it. So let's do this. Adulting in a jungle gym, right? Why not?
Wartet ihr gleich oben?
Ja, aber jetzt kommt
Not
der Name,
exactly the easiest steps to navigate.
Ja. Du hast eine Kamera dabei?
This camera
Das ist nicht mein Papa.
is Indiana Jones.
Englisch. Aua, auf mein Kopf.
English.
Hey,
Watch your head.
mein Gesicht.
No. It's not built for.
Du musst ja nicht mit.
There's a tight squeeze, yo. But we're in.
What? Ja.
No, that's not the side we want to go.
Papa, wie
Oh.
Brücke?
You can go out here. Oh, I know where this leads to. Oh my god. There's no way. I might get trapped in this thing. Oh, the only reason I'm up here is to get this beautiful view of Karnan, surely. Oh. All right, I don't know where the camera stopped rolling there, so we're out of that. There's the tree houses up there. We just got out of. Now we're crossing this baby. Make sure all articles are secure. There are no nets. I have recovered from my interaction with the attendant at Fluke, the Novgorod or Novgorod. Woo. I will be releasing my Ontario Place documentary this winter, and this gym reminds me of the playground that I much lament its loss in the mid-90s. Back at a finer time when there was less restrictions in our homeland, or at least mine. Nessie is in the background. Sorry for the bounce, but that's because more people are coming. Uh-oh. It's much like a road, you gotta give right away for people that are passing, or just hurry your way down. Everything is you would not be able to get away with this at home, even just something small like this. We're gonna avoid the rings, but use them to our advantage there. Whoa. success. And a little taste of home. Poutine. I don't know if my Quebec fans are going to be angry that I'm not going to sample that, but yeah, I'm going to take a pass. This is a section of the park that we haven't visited yet as well, so we're going to have a quick look around here before I get my next ride on Karnan. I think that I really only have, as now all the major attractions are done, I'm missing a couple of water rides, but if the queues sort of dry up a bit, I'll definitely give it a shot, i.e. the log flume. There's like a giant raft slide in the background.
Licht des Nordens, den Wind, den Sturm, die See. Das hältst du Haus nicht lange aus. Wellen rauschen, Böen schreie, locken ihn aufs Meer hinaus.
Feel free to cross any which way you want. And then you come out to this area. A couple of kids rides, some water rides. So I forgot there is a mini log flume here as well. It's very cute. You get in a one-seater barrel situation. So I gotta actually give my review of Karnan overall. I will say it was an excellent ride. The drop backwards off of the lift hill was not as forceful as I originally expected it to be. The effects are not really like up to the best of theme park standards. It's definitely not my top 10. I enjoyed it while I enjoyed my ride on it, but I didn't find it as intense as I was expecting. And yeah, that's pretty much it. There's not a ton of force compared to what I experienced on Fury at Babylon the other day. I'm kind of surprised how forceless this ride actually is. And even that drop at 214 feet seemed a lot shorter than what I was expecting too. Alright, so that is it from Hansa Park. Yeah, what an experience. At the end of the day, I did get all the major credits that I wanted to get done, but as I said, park staff, some of them have been nice, some of them not so nice. You know, it's been a mediocre day. It's been not without its frustrations. I'm going to Hyde Park tomorrow, so I'm hoping that that's not going to be the case there. It's also going to be a Monday, so who knows, it might be a little bit more of a positive experience. But I gotta be honest about the whole thing. It is what it is, and yeah, it's got two great rides in here, but unfortunately, yeah, it probably would be better for me to come on a day where it's a little bit less of a peak time of the year. It being the last day of the year for Hansa Park in general. Two great rides, like I said, a classic Schwarzkopf. Not much else to the park. It was great. The Highlander was a great drop tower, but it wasn't the most forceful. It's nothing compared to the Intamin ones. And that is a wrap on the whole park, really. There's some fun aspects to it. If you're coming with kids, you're definitely going to have a better time than, say, if you're an adult like myself looking for thrills, because for that 44 euro ticket, it's just not quite comparable. When you look at a park like Plopsaland de Plan that I was at only last week, we're talking about a family-run park that has a lot more going for it than this place. So yeah, it is what it is. That's it, guys. I'm sorry if what I have to say is disappointing, but I just have to be honest about it. I'm gonna go on, get out of here, maybe drink a couple of German beers and start editing some of the vlogs from more successful days earlier in the trip. And let's hope that that's not the case, or is the case, for tomorrow at Hyde Park. All right, guys, thank you for watching. Always enjoy.